right, last thing before we give you our Sad Cat Parlay. The games that I'm excited for is obviously the Battle of the Sad Cats, the Sad Cat Bowl. I know you like the Lions. I obviously like the Jags. I think that the only thing that could possibly go wrong for Jacksonville here is because of the win last week. They better not overlook the Lions because they're a good team. Jacksonville's defense sucks. And the Lions offense can fucking score points, and we know it.
And the Lions defense has gotten a lot better since week one. I think statistically, the beginning of their season is dragging them down a little bit and like their averages and whatnot. Their defense right now is pretty good. And I did have a question for you. Do you think, I don't know if you've paid attention to the like odds and favorites and stuff. Jacksonville is it's a 1.5 point favorite last I looked. Do you think had they lost to Baltimore last week that they would be the favorite in this game at Detroit, in Detroit?
I think, yeah, just because for some reason we've been favored in a lot of games. For some reason we've been favored in a lot of games this season that we shouldn't have been.
I don't know. That line just makes me think that home field.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe. But
I don't know.
I'm most excited for this game because it is the battle of the number 1 and number 2 pick of last year's draft.
That's true.
Neither of them have had like the craziest season. But I think that if one of them obviously comes out, gets a sack, has a couple TFLs, whatever, that's going to be the conversation of this game. And that's how people are going to remember it until one of them really has a coming out party. And I think that the Jaguars, if Aiden Hutchinson, like very much so, outplays Trayvon Walker, it's going to leave some Jags fans scratching their head. That's for sure.
Yeah, and I kind of feel like they already are, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, I agree.
Hutch, he's had a phenomenal season. He's got 2 interceptions as a defensive lineman. It's the first time that's happened since I don't know when.
Yeah. So that's what I think the conversation is going to be after this game. The Jags could make the postseason. The Lions obviously can't in that division.
Can't. Yeah. No.
But huge game tough for the Jags. Yeah.
The thing is, with the Lions, I wanted to shout out the Rams real quick for giving us their first round pick, because we can go out and we can try every week to win games and still have probably a top 7 pick because those Rams are awful.
It's true. Jets Vikings I like just because of Mike White, and the Vikings I think aren't as good as people think they are or their record says they are. I think the Jets are a bit of a cheeky team. I think that this could definitely be an upset. Who do you have? Do we have any other and similar? No, we don't have similar ones.
We don't. My only other 2, I was Patriots Bills last night. I was interested in because I don't know, Thursday night games. I don't know. I like Thursday night games. And then also Houston Cleveland. It's the return of Mr. Watson.
Yep.
And it's pretty much Houston's Super Bowl. I think they would love nothing more than to win that game.
Yeah. The other 2, I agree with you there. That's for sure. The other 2 games that I am obviously big in on, as most people, I assume, Miami at San Francisco and Kansas City at Cincinnati. Those are both huge games in the NFC and AFC for both teams. I think that those are going to definitely tell us where maybe all 4 of those teams are at this point in the season. It's getting to be crunch time. You got to win these games. You got to grind it out. Those are going to be important towards the end of the season. Without further ado, Tyler, it is time for the second ever Sad Cat Parlay.
I'll put some drum roll here for a second. And then, so the Sad Cat Parlay this week. I'm very scared this week. It's not a great week for the Sad Cats because 2 of them are playing each other. It's a war. The other one is Cincinnati versus the Chiefs, which is terrifying. And then Carolina's on a bye. So what I did, it's a sad cat. It's a scared cat teaser is what I have it labeled. It's Detroit Jacksonville tease to over 45. We're taking the over in the Sad Cat Bowl. We're taking Bengals plus 7.5 against the Chiefs. We get a touchdown to hopefully help us. And then out of principle, I added Texans plus 13 against the Browns. Hold on, let me pull up these notes here so I don't get anything wrong again like I did last week.
Those are big for Lovie Smith. Those are big numbers.
It's a big number for Lovie Smith. So hopefully he can work with those points.
Yeah.
I can't find the notes. Oh well. But it's like the first time if Deshaun Watson were to cover a 7-point spread, which is the normal line, that would be the biggest game he's ever covered in his career, and he hasn't played in 700 days. So I don't know what makes Vegas think that he can come back to this team. Probably, I think it might be a little ruffle some feathers offensively. They're probably going to try to use his arm when their game plan has pretty much been keep it on the ground all season, and they haven't been that bad. So I'm interested to see how pretty much changing the whole game plan is going to go. And I think Texans could have a shot.
I do too. I agree with you. I actually am confident in this week's parlay. Unlike you said, you don't sound to me, but I'm confident.
It's a scared cat teaser for a reason.
Scared kitties. Okay.
Scared kitties.
Thank you, intern Tyler, for joining the show. Me and Sarah are going to go talk some lacrosse here.